Hi there. My name is Andy Marshall, and I am a teacher from International School Bangkok. I teach music there, and we are in beautiful Nepal. Right behind us is the Buddha Stupa, which is right there, and we've just spent a day at Moonlight School working with the children there, and we had a great experience. And so I've got some of my students here that are here to tell you about it. So could you introduce yourselves as we go down, and where you're from?
Hi, my name is Will. I'm from Thailand, Bangkok.
I'm Joshua. I'm from Malaysia.
I'm Allison. I'm from the U.S.
I'm Q. I'm from Thailand.
I'm French. I'm from Thailand. I'm Gabriel, and I'm Mexican American.
I'm Tomoki. I'm from Japan.
So we have a pretty well mixed up group here, and if you guys could kind of think, and you can kind of answer whatever kind of comes to your mind. What was your biggest takeaway from working with the kids today? I mean, we got to, like, the first thing we did, we walked in, we played with them, and what was your thought when we first walked into that place?
I mean, it's really nice to see the smiles on the kids' faces when they actually see us. It's like they just look so happy when they just try to interact with us, and like although some of them were shy, eventually they opened up, and it felt pretty great to like spend time with them.
For me, it's great that knowing that part of the cost of this trip is going to the school and improving the school and providing education for these kids, which is just shocking to me, which what just people like us can do just from coming on a trip like this.
Cool. What else?
Well, and for me, just to think about the situation that some of those kids might have been through, the natural disaster 3 years ago, or maybe the family status, and being able to create that great community in the Moonlight School, I think it's really crucial for them to grow as a citizen in Nepal and also a global citizen.
Mm-hmm. Cool. That's awesome. What was your favorite part about the day? Like, we walked in, we kind of played with them, and then we what did we do after that? Oh yeah. Oh well, they did that presentation. Remember the presentation they did? They they had this whole show that they did. What was your favorite part about the show?
My favorite part was that when there was a kid who did a somersault off the stage. It was pretty cool to watch.
Yeah.
And also, like, the drama was pretty, like, thought-provoking, like, save the environment.
Okay. Cool.
Drama was pretty fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty cool?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Cool. So then we got to do something pretty special with the teaching. Like, we got to really you had teacher groups, right? And so you got to get into groups, and well, you guys can explain it. Who can explain what you did?
We got into like the groups that we had made before coming on the trip, and we each like decided on like what we teach each group of students. We kind of cycled through, and I mean we each group had to choose like a different subject to teach.
What did you guys teach?
We mainly taught spelling.
Okay.
And we taught them a few card games too.
Cool. What did you guys teach, French?
Well, we did some of the English games. We had some games that tell them about their body parts, and we also talk about music and like how music differentiate in different cultures.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Was there any like takeaway that you got from, because you guys are students now, was there anything that after going through that whole experience, like you taught, how many groups of kids did you teach?
I think 6.
6 kids, or 6 groups of how many kids each, would you say?
About 10 per class.
About 10 per class? Okay. Okay.
It could be like from 5 to 12. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's some variation.
Okay, so you taught the same lesson like 5 times. Like, you're all students now. I don't know if you've ever been on the other side of that until today, as teachers. Like, what did that feel like?
I think the kids there really had a desire to learn, which I liked, because sometimes I find myself not really wanting to go to school sometimes and not really taking advantage of the opportunities that I have. But these kids really are like taking advantage of their situation. So I like to see that.
Awesome. Yeah, go ahead.
I learned that it's actually a lot harder to be a teacher than I thought. I thought it was just teaching them and telling them, ordering them around, but you actually need to have a lot of patience, and you need to it takes time for them to understand or learn something.
Totally.
Also, and you have to teach differently depending on the grade level. So it's like there are many different approaches to teaching, and there's some things that you shouldn't do to like first graders, and something you shouldn't do to sixth graders.
Yeah, right. So you're saying like the age levels, you had to teach differently to the little ones than you did to the bigger ones, right? Awesome observation. Cool. What did you think?
Yeah, even though I was used to like teaching kids, but it was still pretty hard thing to teach kids. Yeah.
What was your lesson?
Our lesson was animals and drawings, but they
Okay.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
there was a class that was really hard to teach. Yeah.
Why were they hard?
I don't know, they just didn't listen to us and they were like all over the land. Yeah.
Was it the older group or the younger group?
The youngest group.
The youngest group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should all go back and thank your kindergarten teachers today, right? Because that was you, right, back in those days. Cool. Okay, so looking forward to our time. Like we're going to be going out into the mountains tomorrow. Looking forward into that time. What are you going to take with you as from this experience at the school today? Like, what are you going to be thinking about while you're hiking out there, and how does that change your vision of Nepal now?
Well, if you think about what's unique about Nepal is that, Nepal has great natures. We have big mountains with like fancy snows, and also looking at some people here, like some like poverty exists in here. We have to admit that poverty still exists in here, and like two things juxtaposed with each other, and that's what makes this country unique.
Yeah, that's cool. Anything else? What are you gonna take with you on the trail? Go ahead.
So when we're hiking, I think, well, we'll be focusing on the nature. I think what we fail to see, and usually when we travel, is the culture, the local cultures that we pass through, that we almost like ignore some at times. I think that once after this experience at the school, I think that we'll pay more attention to the cultures, the people that actually stay there, that actually provide those hospitalities for us when we're hiking, and then we'll be more grateful for that.
That is an incredible thing right there that you just said. I think that's so valuable for all of us, right? To just be observant of the things that exist to help you have just a good time, Cool. Well, thank you guys, and I look forward to the rest of our trip. I thought you did an awesome job teaching today. It was really fun watching the kids. I was teaching a lesson right after your guys' lesson, and they were always all excited about their coloring. They were like, "Look at what we did!" It was really cool. So, anyways, let's go get some dinner at the stupa. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay.